Okay, this is how you find the inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix. There's quite a few steps. I'm going for example 17, and you'll find that on pages 112 to 113 of the textbook. So you'll remember you've worked out how to find the minors of a matrix. That is, like if I wanted to find the minor of this element, then ignore the numbers in that same row and column, and then you find the determinant of the numbers which are left. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, step one, let's call this matrix A, is we need to find the determinant of this matrix. Now remember, it's, if we call this A, it's A times its minor minus B times its minor plus C times its minor. Okay, so that's going to be 1 times its minor, okay, which is going to be the determinant of this, 4, 1, minus 1, 0, minus, and it's always minus, so if this was negative 3, you'd put minus 3, so minus 3, and its minor is going to be 0, 2, 1, 0, so 0, 2, 1, 0, and then plus 1 times its minor, which is 0, 4, 2, minus 1. Okay, this is just to find the determinant of that. Now if you work all of that out, so it's 1 times 4 times 0, minus that times that, minus 3 times that, minus that times that, plus 1 times that, minus that times that. Remember, the determinant of those is AD minus BC. If you work all of that out, I'm not going to go through all the working, you basically get negative 1. So the determinant of this is negative 1. That's step number 1. Okay. Step number 2, we need to do something called the matrix of minors. Okay, so this basically means we've just found the minors of these 1, 3 and 1. We need to do that for every single element in that matrix, and it's going to look quite big because basically we're going to have 9 minors in here. Yeah, now we can write down like the minors for the top 3 elements because we've done those already. So 4, 1, minus 1, 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, and then 0, 4, 2, minus 1. Okay, so they were the minors of A, B and C. So we need to do the minors for every single element in that matrix. So if I go down, if I want to find the minors of 0, so ignore the numbers in that row and that column, 3, 1, minus 1, 0. So 3, 1, minus 1, 0. Sorry, that's there. If I try and find the minors of this element, so again ignore the numbers in that row and this column, so cross those out, so 1, 1, 2, 0, 1, 1, 2, 0. The minors of this, okay, so ignore those, so 1, 3, 2, minus 1, 1, 3, 2, negative 1 or minus 1. Then bottom row, 3, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1. This element here, so you ignore those, so 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, and then the last one here, ignore those and those, 1, 3, 0, 4, 1, 3, 0, 4. Okay, so these are identities. Yeah, so we need to find the, sorry, not identity, these are determinants. So we need to find the determinants of these, just like we did before. Now I'm not going to do all of these separately, but if you do it, you'll end up with 1, minus 2, minus 8, 1, minus 2, minus 7, minus 1, 1, 4. Now you need to be careful because there's lots of multiplications and things, and a slip up with a sign can end up meaning you create the wrong answer. Okay, step number 3 is we need to create the matrix of cofactors. Okay, and that basically means you're going to use this pattern, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, and then you just apply these signs to the numbers that are here. Some signs will change and some will reverse. The negatives will reverse the signs. Yeah, so if we do that, it's only going to be these elements here which reverse sign. All the rest will stay the same. So the ones in like this cross pattern here, their signs will stay the same. -2, 4, -8, -1. So I can write those down. But these four, okay, I'll reverse their signs. So 2, 7, -1, -1. So that's the cofactors. Okay, that's step number 3. Now step number 4, normally this is then labeled as matrix C for cofactors. Step number 4 is we need to transpose that matrix. Now all that means is you swap the rows and columns. So every row becomes a column, every column becomes a row. So this will be the top row, the middle row, bottom row. So the top row is now going to be 1, -1, -1. The second row is going to be 2, -2, -1. And then the bottom row is going to be -8, 7, 4. Okay, so you transpose it. Almost there. Last step, we worked out the determinant, which was up here. And the inverse of the matrix is 1 over the determinant times this. So 1 over the determinant, which we worked out earlier on, was -1, times by that matrix, and you're done. Okay, so that'll be -8, 7, 4. Now, because you're just doing that, it's just going to reverse the sign. So the final answer is going to be -1, 1, 1, -2, 2, 1, 8, -7, -4. And if you want, if you multiply that together with the original matrix, 1, 3, 1, 0, 4, 1, 2, -1, 0, then you'll end up with the identity 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. So just to recap, first step is to find the determinant of the matrix, yeah, by A times its minor minus B times its minor plus C times its minor. Then you do the matrix of minus, so you do the minor of every single element, and then you work that out. You do this cofactor thing, so you reverse the signs of these 4 elements here, you'll get this. You then transpose it, that means you flip the rows and the columns. Then the final answer is 1 over the determinant, which -1, which you found all the way up here somewhere, right at the beginning. And then 1 over the determinant times this CT, this cofactors transpose matrix, and there we go. It's